Hey guys, I'm back and today I'm going to show you all how I installed my Goddess Faux Locks, also known as the Making Good locks. Okay, to get started, I'm going to use this free tress hair in the style Deep Twist in 22 inches since I wanted it kind of long. That's going to be my braiding hair. Also going to use this Jamaican twist braid, which is my go-to Marley hair, and that's what I'm going to use to wrap the locks. And also, of course, I'm going to need my jam and my coconut oil. Now, as you can see, I've already did some of the faux locks already, but these are about the size sections that I've taken. So what I do with each section, I'm going to moisturize my scalp with the coconut oil just so I can have a good base because these are going to be in for a little while. Now I'm just going to take the hair, the free tress hair, and section it off so that I can establish a good amount of hair to create a braid. Once I've gotten a good enough section, I'm just going to take some of this jam and I'm going to put it onto the hair before I actually separate it so that I can begin my braid. Now, per usual, we're going to separate the hair into two pieces so that we can use the loop method to interlock the hair so that we can begin the braid. Now we're just going to French braid the hair onto the section that we've already parted off. And if you know how to do this, you're in good shape. If not, I really don't know how to explain it. So hopefully you can kind of just see what I'm doing here. From this point, I'm just going to continue braiding the hair down the shaft until I get closer towards the end where I'm going to leave that part left alone because I still want that, feathered goddess look. Now I'm going to take this Marley hair. I usually take one strand per lock and I'm going to separate it lightly so that I can prepare for the installation. Now I'm just going to take my crochet hook and I'm going to insert it at the base and I'm going to bring the hair through. So with this, one side needs to be extremely shorter than the other side so that we have enough hair to wrap around the entire braid. Now I'm just going to take the shorter piece and I'm going to wrap it around the root just a couple of times just to establish a base. And then after I have that wrapped maybe 2 or 3 times, I'm going to switch it out and I'm going to put that inside with the long braid and I'm going to take the longer piece and I'm going to begin wrapping that hair around the root as well. However, I'm going to continue with that longer piece to wrap around the entire hair shaft. You'll see what I mean. And right here I can kind of see where I didn't cover up all of the braid at the root, so I did go back and redo it after I recorded, but you want to make sure that you're covering the root before you continue wrapping around the hair shaft. And you want to make sure that when you're wrapping it tight but not too tight where it's causing too much tension because the wrap will stay. You just can't make it too tight. Once I get towards the end of the wrap, I just continue to wrap the Marley hair until I can wrap no more. So this part is going to be a little tighter than the rest, but once this focuses in, you can kind of see what I mean. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I just take that hair and I continue to wrap and wrap and wrap until I can't wrap anymore. So now to secure the lock, I'm going to take a piece of the loose hair at the end and I'm going to create maybe 2 to 3 knots down here at the end so that it'll, so that the lock will stay. And you'll see what I'm doing here. So I try to slow it down right here. And it's always important to make sure that you are tying your knot in a downwards motion. If you can't get the knot, I heard some people use glue. I'm not a fan, but if it works, it works. So yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. Some people leave it right here, but I don't really like how weighty my ends look. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to heat up my flat iron as well as take off some of the weight from the ends. So right now I'm just going to turn my flat iron on, and I'm going to set it at the lowest temperature because of course it's synthetic hair, you don't want it to burn off. So then I'm just going to take my little razor, and I'm just going to take some of the weight off. I don't want to take too much off because I still want the length, but I'm just going to take some of that weight out of the ends of the hair. And once I finish doing that, then I'm going to take the flat iron to the end so that I can take some of the curls out because I don't want the super uniform look. As you can see, like some of these only require just a swipe of the flat iron. Some of them I'm going to make them extra straight. Some I'm just going to take a little of the wave out, and there are others that I'm going to leave completely alone because, like I said, I don't want a completely uniform layered look. I'm trying to achieve the look of, you know, just I don't really know, but I don't really like the uniform look. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. What the results look like. I really like it. So just, of course, had to take a couple selfies with my Lumee Selfie Lighting case. It's pretty cool. I can put all that information in the description box of where I got it. Um, but yeah, this is pretty much the final look. So please rate, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.